Hi and welcome. Today I want to continue the series about orchestral instruments, and as I showed you how cheap strings libraries, stock libraries, can really sound full and big with a very simple technique that we are using all the time is just layering down multiple instances of the same instrument if there's a possibility with some kind of different harmonics and other nuances, and then playing all together will really give that impression of big and fullness. And it was a detailed template where you could see each of different layers separately. And well, today I want to show you another possibility. This is more in Kontakt by Native Instruments, where you can, in a single Kontakt VST, you can import multiple samples and you can stack up. So without any further ado, let me just show you. So here it is, this project, right? And here the difference between the other one that I showed you is that there for Session Strings Pro, for example, you had multiple instances of instruments, but here you can see that you have only one track if you want, but I can guarantee you that it's containing all the other elements that were before. So without further ado, I just want to show you. So here now, let me just play you something, right? So let's think about. So here, as you could hear, is all of these are playing together. So the action strings, the Session Strings Pro 1, so you have the Session Strings Pro 1, Pro 2, Symphony Series, all ensemble and everything. Now, how this can be possible with only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tracks, and I have quite a lot of instruments. Like, let me just show you. And now let me just, for example, take out the Symphony Series, right? And now you have, and the action strings even. So now you have the Session Strings Pro 1 and the Session Strings Pro 2. And here it is. So now So now you have the Session Strings Pro 1 and Session Strings Pro 2. Now let me just leave it, Session Strings Pro 1. So again. So you have the Session Strings Pro 1, and what do we have on this channel? So let's see. I will open it and I will show you. So this is a cool thing with the Session Strings Pro, that can I? No, it don't show. Okay, that it will show everything what I am using, and all these ones, if you are listening, like here, let's see, you see this one, the 1-2 ensemble production, is sounding. It's sounding because it is rooted, in fact, to the same MIDI channel. So I changed it like every of the instruments loaded in the Kontakt has the same MIDI channel. So it's the MIDI in is the same. You see the same MIDI channel. So that means that if I am activating a note, right? Well, it will activate that note on every instrument loaded here, right? I hear it because it's the violin. So this is really the cool part of the Kontakt player, that you can load multiple, so you can layer already down the sounds inside of Kontakt. And what I did is the same basic thing, like in the effects section I disabled everything, so reverb, no compressor, no equalizer, no nothing. On the scale switch, what I did, I put the staccato. Here we have to be careful, because multiple times people just cannot understand why they are creating something with the instrument, and they forget that there are articulations here that are related to CC so MIDI signals, and these MIDI signals are related to the octave, to the notes, musical notes. So this is like C-2, D-1. And if you are in your composition, you have something like I don't know, that will go down until D-1. Then and here you have, I don't know, a legato or sustain. Well, it will change the way, the articulation of your instruments. And this is why when you playing back, sometimes you have created something, a composition like for me for staccato, but because I'm playing something down there at D-1, it will activate the sustain, and then I will find myself with the sustain sound of the instrument, and this kind of things can really happen. So you have to be really careful when you are setting up your project, that you do not do this this error, if you want. And so this is really something. Like you can see, I put every of the instrument the same articulation, and what I did with the other ones, I emptied it. So I didn't want to by accidentally to leave something, and then it can change during the playback or even during the composition, right? So every of them are in staccato. You see, every of them is in staccato, and I put it on C-2 because down there I'm pretty sure that I will not play something. So this is the rule that I have applied, and you see every of them are really on the same level. And if you look on the effects section, there's nothing, right? Because as I already showed you, I am routing all of them throughout the FX bus. And there I have chosen my reverbs that I wanted, the reverb space that I wanted my instruments to be in. So this is how this is how it is really. It's quite simple and effective, and with this technique you can arrive to have a really big full sound like I mean, let's just show you. Yes, like let's just select this one, and do the same thing. Now obviously there's a volume involved also, but it's not just volume. I mean it's completely different, like this one. So this is only one stack of instrument, and now I'm letting all of them to play at the same time. And now again with only one instrument. Right, and again all of them. Right, and it's the same technique that I did with the Session Strings Pro 2. It's the same thing. Let me just show you. So open the Kontakt, and in the Kontakt you can see it's the same thing. So I have ensemble traditional right staccato and no effects, as I told you, no nothing, right? The same thing here. You have the basses, staccato. I eliminated every other ones in the K-switch because I just don't want to have unwanted accidents, right? And in the cello section, K-switch, again staccato, the other ones are empty, again no effects, no nothing, right? And it's the same thing. Now as you can see, of course, again routing all the signal is coming from the same MIDI channel, channel 1, right? Staccato again, MIDI channel 1, staccato again, no other things, right? So that means that every time, right, you see the three of them are all activated the sound when I'm touching the keyboard, and those three are sounding in the same time, not the same way, because obviously every one of them have a different nuance, harmonics, and this is why it's making it really fullest. So let me just show you this. If I'm leaving this one just alone, like, right? And now all of them together. Like again, just this one. And now all of them. Right? Right. So this is really a technique that is extremely used in orchestral compositions and in epic cinematic compositions, if you want. And this is its simply. So you see one track, right? One track has stacked in like, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, in this case 5 instruments, right? It's the same thing that I have done with the symphony series. Now in symphony series, in fact, I had so many parts, if you want, that it doesn't really allow me to put in the single Kontakt player. So I had to divide and put in the secondary one. Here you have the secondary one. So here is the same thing. One MIDI channel 1, staccato, the other ones, the other articulations, I put it all of them because I couldn't here in the symphonic series you just cannot empty it. I don't know why you just cannot empty it, but what I did, I changed the key, the action key. I put it in C-2, and the one that I'm using in G8, so G+8. And this is really the technique that I'm used here. Again, in the symphony series, you really have to be careful because this is the I don't know what happened. I mean, it was Audio Bro. I don't know who created the software together with Native Instruments anyway. But the fact and the matter is that you see here the articulations are just on a default, are everywhere, are in C2, E0, I don't know, F3. So the problem is that when you manually put in, I don't know, staccato, but the other ones you leave it on the default. The problem is when you are recording something and playing something, it will just change, and then when you are listening back, so this is so symphony series have a real problem with the articulations CCs, but what is good is that you can change it. Of course, that gives you a lot of work, extra work, but what is good is that you can change it, and that's really fantastic that you can change it, because if not, it wouldn't be usable. So at first, when I downloaded and tried them out, this is what happened. I mean, I played something, recorded something, and when listening back, I mean, I played, like, let's say, with staccato, and then when I played back the recordings, I mean, I'm hearing sustained, sordino, I don't know, pizzicato. I said to myself, what is happening? I mean, this software is just catastrophe. And then I realized that this was the problem. The problem is with the articulation MIDI CC keys, that you have to rebuild, remake it, and then it's really usable. There's no problem at all. And then the second one, obviously, it's like, as I told you, no reverb, no stuff like this, because it's not good. So coming back to the idea, so for the strings section, for the strings or symphony strings, I did the same thing. Like, I put every of them, what was available, I stacked them inside the Kontakt player, same MIDI channel, every one of them, and then, as I told you, I remade the articulation MIDI CCs, not to have accidentally changing everything, and then it's a disaster. So here, if you can see, I could pack inside, let me just close this one, 1, 2, 3, like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14, 15, and 16. Yes, so you can 16 up, because I don't know why, but the protocol is 16 MIDI channels. You cannot have 24 or 48 MIDI channels. So it is built on the basis of 16 MIDI channels. So I put here 16 MIDI channels, and it's the same thing. Let me just show you if I'm using. You see? And it's the same thing. Like, let me just show you with one. And now with all of them. Of course, there's volume involved, but it's not just volume. I'm repeating myself, but it's not just volume. It's about harmonics and nuances. So it's not just volume. Volume is there, that's for sure, but it's not just the volume. So yeah. So it's really different, like from just one, right? Even if I can give volume, no problem. So let me just show you. I mean, here. It's not the same thing. Like, let me just go back because I don't want to be overwhelmed, and it's just not the same thing. Over there, right? Yes, so this is really a technique again, used and used, but it's a very good technique to do a really good, quality, full, epic orchestra thing. Like, let me just now show you with the two of them. And then, like, let's just try with all of them together. Now, disclaimer, I have the laptop with the M1 chip, and if you want to go on the orchestral side, it's hard, because you see, you really need to stack up if you want really to go epic, to go big, and the laptop is not good with this one. I mean, you need a lot of memory, and even CPU you need even more, really. So now all of them is playing together. So the Session Strings Pro, the Session Strings Pro 2, and the Symphony Strings series. So if we have, like, I don't know, we have like 16, 64, so 20, 30, like 40, 14, so it's 40 layers, different layers, right? So 14 different layers is what is sounding as you will hear it, right? So, again. Yeah, so this is really an interesting technique where you can have a really rich, full, big, epic orchestral sounds. Now, with really cheap libraries, because Session Strings Pro 1, it's not made for it, and certainly if you are taking into account that soon we will enter in the Black Friday period, holidays period, like Thanksgiving, you will have really important discounts by all the developers, like Native Instruments, and it will be very attractive to buy it. And even today in 2023, It is really usable if you are applying like this kind of method. I really think that in a play, in a piece, can really sound cool, great. I hope this was informative. Thank you for watching, and definitely see you next time. Bye.